I wanted to put the filter on. I told y'all those filters are so dangerous. But this is my morning face. So on my IG stories, I was asking everybody if I should take a rest day because my body is sore from the workout. No one was up that early, so no one answered. Anyways, let's have some breakfast and chat. Hey friends, it's me, Lauren Hope, aka Lolo of Good Girl Chronicles, blogger, motivational speaker, body positive model, yes, dog mom, lover of Dwayne Johnson, and all around fabulous. Normally when I come on live, I have like something to say, but I'm just eating breakfast and I just wanted to chat. Oh my gosh, music and mental health, how are you? You're still in New York, right? Wealth and success, we went to high school together. All right, let me show you what I'm eating. I'm having a cinnamon sugar, whatever that is. It's a cinnamon bagel with cream cheese, strawberries. Then in here, to get protein, I do the Premier Protein as a creamer. Put that a little bit, like this much in there. And then I put some vanilla Starbucks coffee in there. I'm doing really good. You know, life is challenging and hard. But, you know, I'm doing my business full time, which is something I've never done before. And it's exciting and scary. And, you know, every day you're betting on yourself. Like, you got to get up and do the work. So, but it's so exciting. You know, I didn't know how much I loved my business until I started doing it full time. And you may have noticed I started body positivity modeling. I started following these plus size influencers who were just so comfortable in their own skin. And I was like, I want to be that comfortable in my own skin. And so I just started posting some stuff and I started researching body positivity modeling. And I was like, that's what I want to do. I'm actually really enjoying it. The flip side is I don't know, some men get really naughty and inappropriate with me, but I can't control the fact that they do that. But how are you? Tell me about how life is with you. We're legit having breakfast right now. Oh darn it, I just dropped cream cheese at myself. I recently found out that I'm severely anemic, and so the doctor has me on iron, and iron upsets my stomach. Like, you almost have to eat a carb with it, for me anyway. So that's why I'm eating this bagel today. So I'm gonna eat it really slow. I'm gonna be a lady. Yes, that's what people say. I talked to a couple of my guy friends and they're like, Lauren, you know, you can't avoid the fact that men are gonna be inappropriate. Men will be inappropriate about anything. So, you know what I mean? But honestly, the body positivity modeling is not really for men, it's for women. It's to like show women that they're beautiful at any shape and size, you know what I mean? But who it's supposed to connect with, it will connect. But I also hope that it tells men that, like, there's no one standard of beauty. You know, it doesn't have to be skinny or small waist or whatever. Beauty comes in all shapes and sizes. Some men get that. Some are naughty. If it's 8:49 here, what time is it in New York? I like working breakfasts, but because I have a tendency of being a workaholic. I have a tendency of like having no boundaries around time. And sometimes I will not. Oh, we can make this a working breakfast. What do you want to talk about? You know, this is part of why I struggled in my TV career. I had no boundaries around time. I would just work. And so in the morning, I get up and I do devotionals and I have quiet time and I pray and that kind of stuff before I get to work. So breakfast, then, oh, it's 8:50. Why did I think it was a different time in New York? I don't know. After breakfast, I'm going to take a shower and makeup is like so soothing for me. So I'm going to do some makeup. I want to play with some blue colors today, and then I'll get to work. What I think is awesome, and Kim Kardashian said this on her Instagram stories the other day. She was like, somebody asked her, what advice would you give female entrepreneurs? She was like, find something you love and find a way to make money from it. I was like, well, I love everything. I do Good Girl Chronicles, and I love makeup, and I'm not a makeup artist, but I know how to save money on makeup and that kind of stuff. So today, I would like to accomplish, I'd like to finish my YouTube vlog, finish editing it for Saturday. I am doing publicity and story branding for a couple clients, so I have some client work to do today. What else happens today? Oh, I'm volunteering at a homeless shelter today. But then I also want to do something fun for myself, you know? When you love your business, and you know what's so funny? Okay, let me finish that thought. When you love your business, you can get caught up in it all the time. I was forced into entrepreneurship. When I started doing motivational speaking and writing, I didn't really realize it could be a business. That was a couple of years ago. You'll find this interesting. My job has me on unpaid medical leave for mental health reasons because the client work I'm doing there is really triggering. And they're like, well, you can't come back until you can work with clients. I was like, what? But I have to make money. You know what I mean? So I kind of have been forced to be a full-time entrepreneur. And maybe that's what God had for me the whole time anyway. Maybe if this stuff hadn't happened, maybe I wouldn't have made the jump to full-time entrepreneurship. Good morning. We're just having breakfast and chatting. If you ever wanted to chat with me, this is the time. Because I have no real mission or message today. As a motivational speaker in the influencer space, yeah, honestly, if you want to jump on a Zoom call in the next week or so, you let me know. We talk about it. I have a lot of thoughts about it. For a long time, my business was a side hustle because I was in grad school. I was doing Shipt. I was working at my mental health job. I had no time for my business. Now that it's my full-time only gig right now, it's freaking amazing, honestly, how good it feels to actually invest in yourself. Yeah, please inbox me. I'd love to get on a Zoom call with you. Speaking of which, one of the things I do with my business, happy Thursday. Thank you. I hope you have a good weekend too. It's Memorial Day weekend, the unofficial start to summer. One of the things I do with my business that journalism prepared me for is I'm a story brand consultant. So every brand has a story. Every brand does. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Kim Kardashian. Every brand has a story. The key is finding your story. Your story is really your why. Why am I in business? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Once you figure that out, you can find your tribe. Once you find your tribe, then you start catering to just that tribe. Let me be quiet because I'm giving you consulting. I'm charging for that now. But if you watch this on the replay, I'm gonna put this on IGTV. If you watch this and you're interested in this, please inbox me and let's talk about it. I do a free 15-minute consult, and then after that, there is a certain fee associated with an hour consult or for a long-term agreement. So, and so I had a business consultant tell me last year, he was like, Lauren, you're really brilliant, but you give away too much stuff for free. I was like, what do you mean? I want to help people. He's like, yeah, but you're struggling financially, aren't you? I was like, yes. It was like, well, you got to eat, right? You got to look at it like that. You got to eat. And he said, the people that are supposed to be your clients will pay you what you're worth. And we talked about my rate and that kind of stuff. And I was like, all right. So when this challenging situation made me have to go full-time into my business, I was like, all right, well then I have to really minimize the things I do for free. You know what I mean? And it's a hard thing to do as a business owner, or like if you struggle with if you're overly empathetic like me, it's hard. Cause you'll be like, I know I'm worth this much, but I'll take no. No. And in the beginning it's hard because you want to take every single client. Right, I'm sure you're right. A lot of beginning business owners or creatives or anybody who monetizes their talents and gifts, right, are in that space in the beginning. They're like, oh no, I know I'm worth this, but I'm afraid to charge it. And honestly, I started and stopped. I think about where Good Girl Chronicles would be had I been 110% back in 2016, but this was God's plan. I really I wanted to get that master's. I felt like I needed that master's. I'm grateful. I feel like getting my master's degree helped me in so many ways, not just educationally, like spiritually, all of that stuff. So, listen, y'all, listen. You ain't got to go to Starbucks every day. You really don't. Starbucks makes it so easy. It comes in a bottle, and this is vanilla brew, and it's just as good, and I'm saving money. That's another thing that this job situation forced me to do. It forced me to be frugal and to be mindful of my budget, which I should have been doing anyway. I have sinusitis, and so it's like in my sinus passages in the morning. It's like, you did get a free breakfast date. That's so funny. Do you know what's so funny? When I was in news, I would never come on camera like this. When I worked as a news reporter, I never wanted people to see me like this because I felt like I was representing the station. I was super self-conscious. And now in my own business, I'm like, listen, they need to see the good, bad, and the ugly. No, this has been refreshing. It's so awesome. Like, I love the stuff that you're doing. And, I always I'll see a post and I'm like, I'm going to connect with that person. And then you never do. You're like, I'm going to get around to that. And so, yeah, in TV, going back to what I was saying about image, I felt like I had to maintain an image in television, being very conservative. That's why, any writing that I did that was adult in nature, I never wrote it under my name. And so not being in TV as a reporter has been so freeing, honestly. I can write about whatever I want. Because let me tell you about being a TV reporter. Hey, friend. They own your likeness. Isn't that insane? They own your likeness. So you could walk into the station one day and they're like, we're putting you on this poster. And you're like, okay, you can't argue. And then when you leave the station, they own your likeness for 1 year. That's why it's a lot more, so many layers. So like when you have a non-compete clause, when you go to a different station. So I worked in Hampton Roads here at the NBC station. When I quit, I couldn't work at any other station in this market for 1 year because I had a non-compete clause. And then they could use my image for 1 year. So there's something different about having your own business and owning your image. Oh, it's a party now. Elegant Granny is here. It's a party. Hey, girl, hey. We're just having breakfast and chatting. I was talking to Music and Mental Health about image and how I now own my image. When I was in television, I didn't own my image. Music and Mental Health said, I recall being in the GMA audience and that world was kind of like, wow. You know what's so funny you say that? That was my goal. I wanted to be on Good Morning America. Elegant Granny, we're having breakfast. I'm having a bagel with cream cheese, strawberries, and a nice coffee. How are you, girl? Tap in. What you doing? Yeah, TV. There's so much about TV people don't understand. And so there are some things. I was trying to give Boo a piece of my bagel, but that dog is gone. Things like I wanted to wear braids on air. And there was a market here. This market wasn't really comfortable with that. They are now, but they weren't when I was reporting. And the news director, every time you change your hair, you had to get it approved by the image consultant. I asked her about this braided updo. She said yes. I wore it on air, but my white news director was like, no, it's distracting. That's a true story. That sounds so yummy. I'm being more intentional about what I eat lately. Seriously. And I got a physical, it's so interesting how God works. Being on unpaid medical leave is so hard financially, but it's allowing me to go to doctor's appointments, get a hold of my weight, be in my business full time. I'm writing. These are things I probably wouldn't have done if I were still working at my day job. It's crazy. Yeah, so this happened before that ban. That's a real thing. When I talk to people about that, or especially white people, they're like, what? That's a thing? I'm like, yeah, it's a thing. So, Tell me what are your plans today, Elegant Granny. We're all just chatting about what we're doing with our day. I've got some business stuff to do. I'm excited about that. I'm applying some makeup. I'm excited about that. It's supposed to be really hot today. Tomorrow morning, I want to go to the beach. But I also want to run, so maybe I'll just take my running shoes down there and I'll run. I don't know. I need to run tomorrow. I want to get back to half marathon training. If you've been following me for a while, you know that last year I was training for a half marathon. I was super close, and then the pandemic happened and everything shut down. So I think tomorrow I'm going to run somewhere. I got to get my legs strength and stuff back up. Oh my gosh, you work 32 hours in 2 days? That's so intense. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. We have a delivery person bringing a dryer today. You come here. Boo is extremely territorial, okay? Hey, can you relax? Can you relax, friend? I'm trying to talk to my friends. Can you relax? I know you're on patrol. Look at him. He loves us so much. Everyone, this is my dog, Boo. Best friend, emotional support animal, and security guard. He is on watch all the time. Yeah, you don't have to. I got it, Boo. Elgin said this way my focus during the week is on school. Boo Bayer. Lolo and Boo. Lolo and Boo. Oh, I'm messing up our song. Let me do it again. Lolo and Boo. Lolo and Boo. Lolo and Boo. Lolo and Boo. Hey. So can you be chill so I can talk to my friends? He's like, I'm trying to, Mom, but I hear all these noises. I need to investigate. Look at his face. I know. All right, but can you investigate quietly, please? Please investigate quietly. I love you, friend. Bye. Hey, brother, what's up? We just chilling. We just having breakfast, okay? We having breakfast. Boo. I tell y'all, this dog, listen, this summer, I'm going to buy him a police officer uniform because this dog is always on patrol. Excuse me, sir. This is why I try to respect his authority. I'll be like, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I'm speaking. I'm so sorry. I'm really silly in the morning. She said, that song would make a great intro for your vlogs. That's our song, girl. That's been our song for a year. I just dropped it on you right here. Listen, Elegant Granny understands my humor, okay? Listen, I'm so sorry my boobs are in your face. I literally just rolled out of bed an hour ago and I was like, we're gonna have breakfast, but I didn't think about what I was wearing. I'm sorry. What were we talking about? We were talking about image and likeness before Boo, rudely interrupted. Yeah, Elegant Granny watches the vlog on a regular basis. Thank you, sister. Ain't that dog something else? I can't with him. So on my next vlog, I think I'm editing a vlog about my my photo shoot with that photographer Stacy, the racy ones. And then I found a sex therapist to talk about sexual consent. That should be a good one. What's so interesting is that a lot of the people that are joining my Patreon are men, and because it's like a private space, the men are having conversations that I don't know that they would have out in the open. And I respect that, because all I'm saying is, I'm not saying that sex is bad. I'm just saying there needs to be a conversation about consent, and that consent is so blurry that we get into trouble because no one's explicitly said, think about it. And I know this is too early in the morning to talk about. And I'm saying this as someone who survived a sexual assault last year. We don't often, excuse me, sir, excuse me. We don't often say, hey, I want to do this with you. Do you want to do this? We read off of people's energy and body language, which is dangerous. And this is why we have situations where people will feel like they were assaulted or have been assaulted because the consent was unclear. And so that's what this series is all about. And so the sex therapist, I'm really excited about speaking with her about that. And then who knows, if it becomes an ongoing conversation, I might interview some men on my channel about it, because I've actually talked to a lot of my guy friends about consent. Yeah. Elvin Granny says, image is so important. Not having boundaries to protect the image you have for yourself or your business is a self-conflict needing much attention. Yeah, so yeah, think about a company owning your business, your likeness and image. Some instances it's great because they make you money and stuff like that, but now that no one owns my image but me, it's extremely freeing, because as a reporter, there were certain things I could not post. I couldn't post the stuff that I do now. Now, don't granted, news directors are becoming more relaxed about that because they understand the power of Instagram and social media. I know some reporters, I look at some of their IGs and I'm like, whoa, they'd never let me do that back in the day. Or you have to do it under a different name. No, I'm the CEO of my business and body, which is amazing. So, yeah. And that's why, like, yeah, we could have a whole deep conversation about image and owning your image. These are the conversations that I have with my clients a whole bunch. You know, I say, what's the image you're conveying? What do you stand for? That kind of stuff, you know? Yeah. There's always deep combos with you, Elton Granny. I'm trying to come to Lynchburg soon. I feel like I need a Lynchburg reset. So I'm trying to put away some money. There's a trainer in Charlottesville that I'm supposed to do a vlog with. So what I want to do is I want to come to Charlottesville, do that vlog, and then come to Lynchburg, see some people, recharge, come home. That's what I want to do. Consent is vital. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so awful. I'm so sorry. I mean, that sexual assault, yeah, I don't want to say that it changed me. I mean, it had the potential to change me. Let's say that. It had the potential to change me. It traumatized me. It scarred me. And now I'm processing and I'm healing from it. I'm in the healing. But now it's like there's certain things I just don't want to keep secret anymore. There's certain things that I'm not going to skirt around anymore and be like, no, we're talking about this. So I'm so glad that you understand. I saw the comment that you wrote on my YouTube channel and I meant to write you back. That's another thing I got to do today. Respond to YouTube comments. Girl, I'm almost at 600. I'm at 618 followers on YouTube. Listen, y'all, getting subscribers on YouTube is not easy. You have to be consistent. You have to have something to say. And so I'm passionate about the stories and content that I put out there. So like when people respond, it like really gets me excited. So it's been exciting to see the conversations. Yeah. Oh gosh, Ellen, your granny, I'm so sorry that you went through that. What I'm learning, telling my story, is that a lot more people have experienced sexual assault than you would think. And people are silent about it and don't feel like they have spaces to talk about it. And there are some spaces, and you know, so yeah. Yeah, secrets keep you sick, and I believe that storytelling is a powerful way to heal. Yes, girl, you do need to get back to vlogging. I'm going to put my robe on because I'm starting to sweat. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, vlogging. It's so funny. This is coming from a former reporter, right? If you're a bigger chested woman, you know exactly what I'm saying right now. Vlogging, I never knew I would like it that much, you know, as much as I do. I love editing the vlog. I love all this stuff. Right here is like I have a YouTube schedule and stuff. YouTube, the last time I researched YouTube is the second search engine next to Google. Did you know that? That's why free consulting. That's why, like, if you're an artist, musician, speaker, whatever, you need to have a YouTube or a SoundCloud or something, because once people fall in love with you and your brand, they're going to be like, where can I get more of this? Um, but really, as a former reporter who still feels like, who still is a storyteller and who wants to have their story told, YouTube is one of the best ways to do it. You said you have pads for everything. Girl, this is why I just wear certain undergarments to help me out. And this is also why when that company Shaperment sent me the opportunity to be an ambassador, I was like, yes. Well, I know all about how you have to be secure underneath to have a comfortable day out in the summer, anytime really. Some of the men who will watch this will not know anything that we're talking about. So yeah, as an influencer, and that's so weird for me to say. Do you know that my therapist actually was like, she was like, Lauren, you need to accept that you're a public figure. And I was like, no, I'm not. I was like, whose TV station I'm on? She's like, yeah, but Lauren, you are a public figure. Let me give you examples. And I was just like, oh God. And when I accepted that I was a public figure, then I had to accept certain things about how I operate, how I move, things like that. And then she was like, some would even call you an influencer. And I was like, oh God, that word can have a negative connotation. So I'm in the influencer space. And as an influencer, there are certain things that I don't want to do. I don't want to back a product because maybe I got a lot of money for it or whatever, and I don't believe in it. Or if I am given a product, I want to be able to be honest about it. Do you know what I'm saying? So Shaperment, I'm trying. I'm not even lying. When my therapist said you're a public figure, I was like, okay, I done got public figure money. I'm like, where's the money? She's like, you ain't got to be money. You don't have to make money to be a public figure. You're a public figure. She actually said to me, you need to learn how to be a private public figure. I said, what does that mean? And she's like, there's just certain things you're going to have to do to protect yourself the more you reveal about yourself. And I was like, okay, I respect that. So that's kind of in the space that I'm in now, being a public-private figure. I'm an open book, but there are some things that I may never share with people. And I have to be smarter. Like, I can't be saying, hey friends, I'm at this store at this time. I can't do that. I had a stalker last year, so I have to be mindful of that. But also as an influencer, something I don't want to do is that, I don't want to just be pushing stuff that I don't believe in. So everything that I have a discount code for, girlfriend, I believe in it. The Elitist Eyewear, I freaking love them. It's a Black business owner here in Hampton Roads who is amazing, uplifting other Black influencers. Shaperment is an amazing shapewear company. I believe they're newer, but their products are actually amazing. And if you use my discount code, you get 10% off on both of those brands. The links are in the link tree. So with some companies, they require you to do so many posts. Again, this is insider baseball. They require you to do so many posts. And so speaking of which, let me show you something. I'm almost done with breakfast. Do you know that you're supposed to savor your breakfast? You're not supposed to devour it, I'm an emotional eater. When I was younger, I kind of struggled with anorexia. And I know, girl, that's a different topic, okay? So eating, right? Eating, I'll just and I don't savor the food. And so my therapist was like, as an emotional eater, you need to savor the food and be mindful of it. So me talking to you and eating the food like this is actually helpful. Ellen Granny says, that's an interesting concept. I have been doing it, but wasn't aware. Yes, you can be just a public person. You're like, I'm out here, y'all. I'm out here. I don't care. But if you're a public-private person, right, you are public, but you still keep a little bit to yourself. So I'm almost done with breakfast, and I'll probably end here because, girl, I literally can talk your head off. So when it comes to brands and stuff like that, even my clients, I want to work with clients that I feel passionate about, that I align with, that type of thing. So this person, most likely going to be my client, she makes her own candles, and candles are having a moment right now. They're insanely popular, which can make it hard to be into that space. You've got the Bath and Body Works or the Yankee candles. It's a lot. And even on socials, I've seen people doing candles. So how do I empower this business owner to stand out in a place that's kind of saturated, like learning her brand story? So she sent me candles, like kind of as a like, I'm so excited to be working with you. I'm excited about it. Let me show you the one I'm most excited about, though. All right, she has one called Amber Noir. This is Leo's Candles. If you want to look, I do believe she has an Instagram. Citrus Agave. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so yummy. Maybe we burn this today. Citrus Agave. It's like the ripest. Do you see how, like, to me, to be someone's publicist or story brand consultant, I want to have this type experience with your brand. Like, I'm taking your money, right, for my service, but I want to believe in it. And this, all right, we're burning that today. Where's the one? She made one like Fruity Pebbles. Oh my god, it's called Fruit Loops, Froot. Look at that. There's Fruit Loops in it. And it legit smells like, I don't know how you do this. I freaking don't know. So I'm so excited. Friends, thank you so much for having breakfast with me. This was so candles are the maze balls. All right, so today we're gonna burn citrus agave. I'm gonna clean my room before I do my work. Oh my god. All right, if you've made it to this live or any point, whatever, give me a hashtag replay. But if you're interested in working with a publicist, Good Girl Chronicles, or story brand consultant to help you fine tune your brand and elevate it, hit a sister up, email me, message me, DM me, and we can set up a free 15-minute consult call. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. Elegant Granny, girl, when I come through Lynchburg, it's me and you, girl. We're gonna have to do some coffee because I missed you the last time. But I'm gonna stack some paper. Also, girlfriends, if you want to read some of my writing, go to patreon.com/Good Girl Chronicles. $5 to get in. The highest level is $15. And pretty soon, I'm going to start taking content and putting it into tiers. There's an entry level tier that's $5, one that's 10, one that's 15. The 15 will get the most exclusive content. Does that make sense? All right, girlfriends. As we say here at Good Girl Chronicles, I love you. I love God more. See you next time.